Yo, it's Rich from Team Rebirth. Sorry it's been a while, but we have been all over the place with Yu-Gi-Oh! Not really following it. We've recently just got back into it. It was a weird format, last format. So, and I'm coming at you with a February 2nd deck profile for my Prophecy deck, which I've literally just rebuilt today, tested it all day long, and I haven't lost once with it. So let's go straight into it. First off, you got the 3 Priestesses, because she's amazing. I've always loved builds with 3 Priestess, and I can play 3 now legitimately and batter people. So 3 Priestess, 3 Justice, because she searches Priestess and the book. She's a consistency card. It's like playing 6 Spellbook Magicians, but with an added bit of attack. So then we have 3 Spellbook Magicians, because they search your books and they're sick. So yeah. And 2 Maxi, because you like maintaining the hand advantage so you can drop your Priestesses, because that's the main point of the deck. She beats down and these get me more advantage. If we go into the spells, because I only play 11 monsters, we'll go for the triple Spellbook Secrets, because it's your main rota for your Magician in the books. Then we have the triple Spellbook Library of the Crescent, which is the most debated card in the deck from anybody, because it's a bit random, but it also, if you go first, you can get first turn Spellbook of Fate set up, and that's never a bad thing. So following up next, we have 2 Spellbook Tower, because I like playing it at 2, and advantage is always great. And sorry about that noise if you heard it. We're in a pub. Next we got 2 Spellbook Master, because Master is the best card in the deck, arguably. It's a brilliant card. Next up we got 2 Spellbook of Power. Yes, they're ultimate. One's French, I don't care. And you beat over stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's big in the game at the moment, and Prophecy don't have a problem with it because of these 2 cards. You can just get over everything. You can get around Cranium Boogies, you can get around Star Eaters and Leos and Stupid. Next up we got 2 Spellbooks of Eternity, because I don't like it at 1, and basically if you have this in game 1 for Fate for 3, you need to have the other one just so you can come back and still make your deck go consistently. Then we have the double Spellbook of Wisdom, because screw back row. Then there's 1 Spellbook of Fate. Yeah, this is the format where Fate is at 1. Everyone's happy, but it's the single most recyclable back row hate card in the game, so carry on. 1 Spellbook of Life, because Reborn, Premature Burial. 1 Spellbook Star Hall, because this is kind of mostly for Mermail, because it means that you can have Priestesses on the field safely with Gaios there and still be able to use their effects. So that's kind of why that's there. Next we have my little tech card, which I think is brilliant based on the fact that this deck is big on just summoning that big level 7. Diffusion Wave Motion. Once per turn, you just select 1 level 7 spellcaster you control. It can attack all monsters your opponent controls. It's a bit like Bujin Tesus, you know. You can attack everything they control once, and that includes like if they float in something, you can attack again. And the things that it destroys just don't get their effects. So you just like attack. And if you have like Spells of Power and Masters active, then you just keep searching off them. It's a little tech card. It's a little bit of fun, but it's a brilliant card. And staple Book of Moon, because book's book, and 3 Pots of Duality, because the deck likes to set up first turn. It tends to have Justice and Magician a brilliant hand correction, and this just helps it with a bit more. Next we have Bottomless, Triple Fiendish Chain, and Warning, because you can run traps now, it's great. If we want to go into the extra deck stuff, we have, because I'll be siding Veilers, always when I play this deck, I'll play Synchro, so I've got Miss Bird, Armreon, Librarian, because it's a spellcaster, Tempest, because it's a spellcaster, Arcanite, because on the odd occasion I can make it, it's a spellcaster. For level 8s, because they're the most easiest thing to make, you've got Stardust, Scrap, Crimson Blader, because they're all just great level 8s. If we're going into the Xyz, Gachi, because Gachi is just the staple rank 2 Xyz. Shining Elf, which you'll never make anymore once I show you a card in a minute. Phoenix, because it does high damage, attacks and magicians to make life live. And Herald of Pure Light, which is the single stupidest rank 2 Xyz in the game, because you can have back priestesses, maxis, veilers, all that stuff, and just make it harder for your opponent. A new card that came out recently in Legacy of the Valiant is Down a Magician. This thing is amazing, especially with this. You can make this, get your card back from grave, and put this over it and have your Spellbook of Fate live. It's too good for that reason alone. It's a spellcaster. It's big. Depending on how many materials you got, you can power it, all that stuff. 2 rank 7s. You got your Hierophant, because you can, if your opponent has a lot of aggro and you can't deal with it all, you just summon this guy and smash it all out of the way. It doesn't trigger Starlight Road for all the people who still play Starlight Road. And Big Eye, because Big Eye is Big Eye. That was pretty sure. I'm still playing Prophecy. I've got another deck which we might be able to profile as well, which is one of the big decks this format. But yeah, that's it. We're Team Rebirth. We're glad to be back. Comment, rate, subscribe. Team Rebirth out.